Guys, I want you to picture this scenario. Picture that you've got a job interview coming up, and this is for your dream job. This has been your dream job almost your whole life, and for almost your whole life you have worked towards gaining and attaining this job. You've sacrificed so much in your life, you've dedicated so much hard work, blood, sweat and tears has gone into you trying to get this job. It's all you've ever really wanted, it's all you thought about, it's all you dreamed of, okay? And then the night before the job interview, you decide to go out on the town and get absolutely wasted drunk. And of course, the next morning you wake up, you go to the job interview, and it's terrible. You stink of booze, you're incredibly hungover, you're dizzy, you're sick, you can't think properly and concentrate, you just look a mess, the job interview goes terrible, and that's it. Poof. Your dreams that you've been dreaming about all these years, that dream job is gone. Your opportunity, absolutely gone. Sounds crazy you would do that, right? Of course you wouldn't do that. Of course you wouldn't. Or would you? You see, this scenario happened to me. Not the very same, but if you've seen previous videos, you know that I worked towards trying to become a professional tennis player. And when I was 21, I was playing in Ireland, a tournament in Ireland, and this is a futures event. It's the lowest level of professional event, and I am about to play for my world ranking. Now, I knew for many years I wasn't going to become a top level player, and so this level of tournaments, people around this level, if they're watching this, they know how important getting that first world ranking is, okay? That would be very important for your career at that time, make things easier, getting easier tournaments, and also your future career going into coaching, etc. Your prospects, coaching prospects will increase as well. So this was a huge deal. If I win this match, I got through qualifying, I'll win 3 qualifying matches, I'm into the main draw, I've got to win 1 match, and if I win it, I achieved this dream. I've worked towards this, getting a world ranking, becoming an official professional tennis player for over, at this point, I started when I was 9, I'm 21, over 12 years. It's been a dream of mine. I've dedicated so much. Blood, sweat and tears have gone into this. And you know what I did? The night before the match, I went out in Dublin and got crazy drunk. What the fuck, guys? Literally, what the fuck? What was I doing? Why would I do that? Yeah, I went with 2 other guys and they lost in the qualifying. And they said, come on, let's go for a drink. And I said, all right, I'll have 1 drink and that's it. I'll stop, let you guys have your craziness. I'll head back early. Got in at 4 a.m, absolutely wasted off my head. I had a match at 1 o'clock or something, and guess what happened? Yeah, I was in a terrible state and I lost the match easily. So why would I do that? Well, for years I just thought it was down to willpower. I just didn't have the willpower to say no to 1 more drink and have a night out and so on. But really deep down I knew that wasn't the case. The case was I was scared of my potential. And what I mean by that is I was scared. I'd spent so much time, so many years working towards this goal. I just won 3 matches as qualifying. And I'd go into the match, fresh, feeling good, had a night's sleep, and I'd lose. And what would that mean? That would mean that I wasn't good enough. I just wasn't good enough. And so going on that night, having that opportunity to go on that night, and sabotaging myself and my dreams meant I had an excuse. Suddenly I had an excuse I was able to use. I could say to myself, if I didn't go out, I probably would have won, or at least maybe I would have won. Still clinging on to that hope. And this is what I've done many times in various different things in my life, and I know many other people do it. They self-sabotage. They're so scared of their potential. Now, some people are scared of the potential, like achieving the dreams and then what comes with that and other pressures and so on, but that's a small majority of people. Most people who are scared of their potential is falling short, is realizing, giving absolutely everything you've got and falling short and realizing you're just not good enough. But that's a pathetic mentality. It's absolutely pathetic. And the thing is with me, over the years, eventually, you know, that excuse wore off and it just turned into guilt. And I have to live with that now. I've just gone, guilt is one of my biggest regrets now, you know, it's a huge regret of mine. That I did that I went out and I ruined that. I worked so hard for that all my life, and it was my one opportunity. I never got that opportunity again. I never qualified through qualifying into a main draw and got the chance for that world ranking again. I continued playing for another couple of years, but it didn't happen. And quite frankly, I didn't deserve it, right, when you do something like that. But it was just fear of falling short, not being good enough. And it's a pathetic mentality to have. And so how do you combat that? You know, I did a previous video on that, and it's about not attaching yourself to outcomes. It's about the process and redefining that success. What is success? Not the outcome, process. Giving everything you got and leaving no regrets. Unfortunately, that's one big regret of mine. Guys, I know there's a lot of people out there, you're scared of your potential, and people self-sabotage all the time. Don't give their best effort. You know, purposely mess things up. After the time, it's not conscious. It may be semi-conscious, but mostly it's subconscious. And you just want to sabotage because they don't want to feel like they gave absolutely everything and then fell short. But guys, trust me, in the long run, that excuse wears away. Eventually it becomes guilt, eventually it becomes regret. One day the penny will drop and you'll realize why you did it, and I did it, and it was a horrible moment. The moment I realized, it took me a few years to realize exactly why I did it. It's a horrible feeling. Felt a lot of shame there. So ask yourself that question. Are you scared of your potential? If you are you doing things to get in your own way? And if you are, guys, cut that out. Cut it out, guys. Just give it everything you got. If you weren't good enough, if you fell short, no regrets. No regrets. I'll put a link on the description in my previous video about not attaching yourself to the outcome. It's about the journey and everything, you know, we've heard that many times. But if I did that, I would never have gone out that night. I have to live with that. Anyway, guys, hope it's got you thinking. Let me know your experiences if this has happened to you. If you've gone down this route before, I'd love to hear that. Drop me a comment, a like, subscribe, all that helps out massively. I can keep bringing these videos. Cheers, guys.